Hi, and welcome to the Law Simplified. I'm Shaveen Bandaranayake. One of the most frustrating feelings that students have communicated with me throughout the past 7 years of conducting masterclasses is how they wish they knew what they knew now when they started their law degree. Now, most of you getting into academics in law and then later profession in or the career in law as well tends to just know the fact that you are passionate about getting into the profession itself. You might have seen a show, perhaps, on the one hand, or you have family or friends who are in the profession, and it has intrigued you quite a bit. However, at that stage of making a decision on which career to choose, you might only know the general precepts or the fundamentals of the profession itself. You might be unable to determine which particular area of law that you want to go into. As a result, many students opt to rely on the metrics that are available online to determine which university to select. They tend to look at the reputation, for example, on the one hand, or, for instance, what their friends and colleagues have said about it. It might even relate to students who are actually studying in that institution or the college and whatever recommendations they provide. But very rarely do we look internally at what we actually need from a university and the associated law degree. This video is intended for two specific types of students. Some of y'all might already be in the university system. You might be studying in your first year or just about to begin your second year. And you've realized, having done some of the modules and learned a bit about the profession that you're getting into, that your university is not really providing for what you need, and yet you feel frustrated by that notion. The other type of student this particular video is for are for those who might be considering getting into law. You are in the process of selecting a university or a law degree and are trying to determine where best to go. So rather than recommending a university to you, what I'd prefer to do is to suggest to you the university that you must avoid at all costs. Now bear in mind, I must preface this with the notion that by no means am I advising you in terms of looking at every factor that is material to you. Your personal circumstances, the finances, even the location that you're in will play a pivotal role in the determination of which university and the law degree that you select. But what I want to emphasize is the most important factor in determining what university you go for and what you should look out for as well. So, the university that you must absolutely avoid is one that doesn't give you sufficient opportunities later. What do I mean by this? When you look at any predominant college or institution that provides a law degree, start by looking at the optional or the elective modules that they provide and the assessment method that they provide those elective modules in. The wider the scope of modules that they offer, and the wider the mechanisms of assessments they offer, the more chances that you might have to truly determine what your niche is. I have heard from countless students over the past 7 years how they have selected a university purely based on a recommendation by another person or the metrics that you would see, the rankings that you would see online. While these are a great indicator of how good a university is, you must remember that they are quite general. You have to make sure that you select a university that is uniquely catered for your specific purpose. Now, unfortunately, when we start our law degree, we might not even know exactly what we want to do in the end. This is why having sufficient subjects, electives at that, and opportunities for later determination is pivotal. If you don't have sufficient electives, this is going to mean that you're going to be stuck with the subjects that they offer. And if you are not passionate about it, if it's not a niche that you want to pursue, you're going to ultimately feel frustrated at the fact that you are going to have to do subjects for the sake of completing the LLB, which is neither rewarding nor helpful to you as an individual. Right. The reason for this video is because I've been seeing a number of students coming to me and airing or communicating their frustrations on how they wish they'd known before they joined the university that they're currently in. It is not too late if you are still a student in the first year or the second year for that matter. And definitely it's not too late if you are a student just about to get into your law degree. Remember, it is your career that you're crafting, and you must not let a university or an institution dictate the trajectory of it. That being said, until the next time that we meet, have fun, stay safe, and as always, obey the law.